Hi guys, nice to meet you again. Now we will speak about the last update. Why not the Japanese destroyer cruiser? The Japanese cruiser Suzuya. So we speak about a heavy cruiser class Mogami, but is a little problem because was built from the Japanese Empire at the end of the year 36 and was entered in service in 37. If you want, it's very simple from this moment because look like I show you and like you know who have the ships. Suzuya was built as a light cruiser. Her armor and equipment were on par with heavy cruiser despite her being of a smaller size and displacement. The number of 155mm mine caliber guns was increased to 15 to compensate for the lower mass of the shells in comparison with the 203mm mine caliber guns of the Washington Naval Treaty cruiser. So the idea is very simple. This ship is very important in history of World War II, and why not from this reason have a particular flag, because like I said, you know very well, me I have it, you have it for sure, and is a Mogami class. And the little difference between Mogami class and Suzuya is not so much little, but is difference who must if you want to speak about it a little bit, not very much. So Suzuya is a Mogami class, and even Mogami, even Suzuya in same time, like you see very well. And why not Azuma and Atago was upgraded because Miss Suzuya have and in the end had his two important moments at that time. And I speak about the year 942 and the year 944. At the beginning, I will tell you about the battle for Guadalcanal, and at Guadalcanal, if you want, was a great defeat, but if you want, not very great at ships. Was a strategic, if you want, defeat, because the Japanese Empire lost in the end, but after that, we speak about 13 November 42. After that, 14 and 15 November 42. America lost 2 cruisers, 4 destroyers, and in the day, in fact in the night, 14 to 15 November, 3 destroyers plus 36 planes. But Japan lost 1 battleship, 1 cruiser, and 2 destroyers and 7 ships who transported, like I said, a lot of soldier and gear who retreat. At twice confrontation in that night, they lost, the Japanese Empire, another battleship and another destroyer, plus 64 planes, and was, if you want, 1,900 deaths. In that campaign, in fact, between 12 and 15 November 42, for Imperial Japanese Army, that engage in the battle was the purpose to have a great consolidation of his position on the island. And I speak about Guadalcanal, Solomon Islands. But in the end, the fleet of America in the island Savo was very tactical, and in the end, in the end of the battle, if you want, the American fleet won, and why not build the airport Henderson Field. Henderson Field was an airport, a little airport in the island. But in this battle appears Suzuya, and definitely made his job and finish to destroy two cruiser in that night, 3 destroyers, so total 5 ships, 30 November and 40 to 50 November 32. But not don't was, if you want, the moment of glory of Suzuya. Suzuya, after that battle, reappear in Pacific at the end, almost the end of the war. From this reason, have the flag, and I will show you the flag. And reappear in Gulf Leyte, Philippines, where made a good job, and in the end, by the way, because we have from this moment the new update with the aircraft carriers receive his particular flag, and look is written on the flag, on the history of the flag, a little bit the history of Japanese cruiser Suzuya. Was a Mogami class, exactly what I said, but I will be a little bit technical, and in the end the upgrade was to put at this cruiser a new configuration, from 150 millimeter guns. They put on this cruiser 5 or 3 turrets, and you can see this on the ship. participate, like you see very well, in every major naval conflict between Japan and US Division 7, and now we will speak in particularity the moment when she made a little bit part of Japanese Empire history, because she can make a thing very, very interesting. So in the end of the day, 944 23 to 27 October 1944 in Gulf Lake, Philippines, and why not with Takeo Kurita, the Central Force, and William Halsey, who was in Free Fleet, American Fleet, and if you want, was the first time when Japanese Empire used the idea of kamikaze. They destroy most part of the 7th American fleet, and after a lot of hits against the aircraft carrier Princeton, was, if you want, the moment of rising of this ship. But we know the history, and I think is enough. From this reason, at Leyte Gulf and in, if you want, Leyte Island, between 23 and 26 October 1944, American and Australian combined force and Japanese Marine Empire fight on that island, and like I said, in the end, don't was a real victory from anyone, because the 7th Fleet American was in the end retreat, and in the same time the Japanese was retreat. But what I want to say is about our game, is about our ship, who is now in research, or if you want, in campaign. So, gentlemen, I saw a lot of guys who build this ship like they wish, or like they was teach about guys like me. But what I saw is okay, or I don't know, are their idea. What I want to do is to make a presentation of this ship, how I build this ship, and why not how I use first the commander, and we speak about Isoroku Yamamoto, who was, you know very well, the guy who was a leader, the principal leader who lead the attack of Pearl Harbor. But the idea is very simple. In our case, because at my fleet of cruisers I use Isoroku Yamamoto, and like you see, have his perk to enhance the armor piercing capability of your cruiser shells is very important, because after one battle or 2 battles, I don't know, I show you his perk importance, and in same time increase the chance of high explosive shells causing fire. This is what I choose first floor. After that, I choosing chance of fire being caused by the cruisers, high explosive shells plus 3%, first floor plus 2%. So if you want from distance, is a fire starter, and after that I put it punch through to change at time the AP shells with high explosive and high explosive with AP shells. Why not? Because is like I said about the in my first review about the Italian ship, and why not Italian cruiser Duca d'Aosta, who is European ship. A cruiser is a support ship who must to join to the fleet and to hunt all the time the destroyers, all the time the submarines, and all the time to shoot from distance, not directly at that moment, I say. And like you see, shell grouping of cruiser mine battery is level 4 to the top to the bottom, because I am very interesting for the dispersion, because this ship is definitely a ship who can stay broadside like any ship, because very easy is to be hit in his citadel, and definitely I put at legendary, because like you saw is legendary to Izuru Yamamoto. I put it the range because it's very important to increase the range refill station to shoot in a heavy battleship. So in this combination I put it for fire to increase the cruiser, the André Roy, who is in my case at level 16, 3 times legendary, and in same time definitely Norman Scott, who increase the shell grouping of your cruiser mine guns, and you know very well this is a very important perk for a cruiser. So that is about the commander. From this reason I choose this commander. So after that I build the ship, and definitely I put it aiming system model 1, because the dispersion of my battery is very important at this ship, like every cruiser. And if you want is minus 7% torpedo launcher travel speed, because like we know, or you don't know in this moment, or you saw, have 4 or 4, so if you want 16 torpedoes, but you can shoot 4 torpedoes without any problem from 610 millimeters, and the reload time is 109 seconds. So if you ask me, is very simple, 1 minute and for an if you want 40 seconds. The turn time is 6 seconds of the torpedo, but the problem is like at Mogami, why not at Atago, the torpedo are in the middle, so you must to shoot with the torpedo if you want to expose your broadside. The torpedo detectability range by sea is 1.7 km, maximum damage 70,230 feet, torpedo range 11 kilometers, and torpedo speed 56 knots. So from this reason I choose this build of ship to put aiming system module 1, because increase the final accuracy of mine battery and secondary battery work, because in you can use secondary battery module 2, but believe me, it's not a good idea. Why? Because if we remember the last ship, Russian ship, who is a modern ship already, not very modern, but for that time is if you want a good ship, because have a great concealment and not cannot use the secondary battery. You are very interesting because they work anywhere, anytime, and you need to shoot from for distance, and after that to disappear. If you want to put in fire, after that if you want to shoot with AP and to destroy your enemy. The torpedo launcher travel speed plus 20%, secondary battery firing range plus 5%, so anyway automatically your secondary work and dispersion of secondary battery minus 5%. After the last upgrade is very important, anti-aircraft gun firing range plus 20%, but this ship have a particularity I will show you immediately, and this particularity is very important. You can use, because have a sonar who can be used from 2 times, you can see like you wish. You can choose this to make a replacement between the sonar and the anti-aircraft cannons, and definitely you will make a little, if you want, a big difference against the planes who attack you. But we speak about this after this review. After that I choose to maintain the sonar. Sometimes I change it, and you will see what is happening. Like every ship, I put it the damage control system module 2, because fire duration is minus 50%, loading duration minus 50%, same thing, but it's very important because the propulsion module 2 doesn't matter, have 4 engines, and at 37 knots, if you want, at his maneuverability, because maximum speed is 35.5 knots, and the turning circle radius 750 meters. rudder shift time 5.6 seconds. So the maneuverability is very good, his speed is very good, and very important, the concealment. You see very well. The detectability range by sea 11.7 kilometers. The detectability after firing a mine gun 60.6 kilometers shells. The detectability when the ship is on fire 13.7 kilometers. The detectability range by air, because now is very important, and we speak about anti-aircraft carriers or anti-airplane, anti-aerian cannons. You can be spot from a plane or a division of planes in our case, and you can be spot and attack. But the range is very clear, is written 7.4 kilometers detectability after firing a mine gun, 10.5 kilometers shells detectability when the ship is on fire, 10.4 kilometers. So guaranteed detectability range is very low with this concealment. 2 kilometers, and detectability while firing in smoke, because don't have smoke, but you can use the smoke of your friendly destroyer, or I don't know, you can use the smoke of cruiser, and that's it. They put it with settings, but you must to handle with the ship alone. So after that, you see the armor is very important. You see the yellow point in the bottom of the ship is 40%. So is resistant, but not so resistant, because for this reason is orange, not yellow. Is not so resistant at a lot of torpedo, at a bunch of torpedo, but is resistant in the middle. After that, like you see, torpedo protection, exactly what I told you, is 12%. So if you want very important at your citadel, and why not fore and aft and armor after torpedo hit, in the same time you can be hit from fire, and you take water and you go on the bottom of the sea, you lose the ship. So the torpedo protection is not very good, like I said, but is acceptable for this kind of ship. Superstructure armor is good, is very good, because can resist at if you want citadel, because it is a heavy cruiser. So 25% conning tower bottom, but like I said all the time, to be hit in the citadel must to be hit in the middle of the ship. After that, casemate armor. Casemate, it means the place, like I said, where stayed the commander, and why not, if you want, the area where are the engine, and why not, if you want, the area where are very reinforcement every ship, if is battle cruiser or I don't know, heavy battleships. After that, mine battery mount armor is very good. For this reason is green, rear plate 25%, and in the end of all everything, citadel and at warship 100%. So battleship part armor is resistant, but not very resistant if I don't know, an Alabama class or I don't know why not, because it's tier 7, you can fight against a legendary and Iowa class hit you. So you can be hit in Citadel, after that you can be destroyed immediately. So your concealment is the key, in the same time your speed is the key. After that I will show you my build, and I put it definitely after the damage control system. I put it the targeting acquisition system module 1, because your concealment increase, not a problem, but is much important this, because is your spotting range plus 20%, torpedo detectability range, and why not where is the enemy, and definitely RGA of ships, who means range of geometry A of ships plus 50%. Now we use planes, and definitely you can be hit or you hit the plane from the planes, from the aircraft carriers. So in the end I put it the next upgrade, and I increase the gunfire control system module, and I choose for this gunfire control system module 2. Why? Because range of your batteries are very important, and in this case plus 5% can make the difference. I can use definitely anti-aircraft, anti-airplane guns module 3, but believe me, is not so important if you have bad settings to put your anti-alien cannons at work. The torpedo launcher is very good, but in our case, like I said, I prefer to shoot from distance, not to shoot from close from the enemy, because any battleship can hit me, and definitely sooner or later you will be hit. And in the end you can use, but I don't recommend this, my battery load time to be quickly, and look is minus 12%, but my battery travel speed it will be a problem, so I choose this. I show you how I build the Suzuya. Sometimes I play with boosters, sometimes I play without boosters, but I prefer to make a battle with boosters. So guys, let's see the ship in the action. Don't forget, I fight with a ship, and I fight with every ship every day, every week, and I make the weekly havoc in the end, because this is the name how we know to if you want to have this ship like anyone to who don't have it. If I buy the ship, if I buy everything, I mean if you want all the campaign, but the idea is I don't want to prove to anyone this, I want to prove me. I am handled with every ship, and from this reason look, the number of the ships are increased until my between this review and the last review. So let's see the ship in the battle. Yeah, so I will count for 3 to 1. After that I will push the battle. A in our case, because you know very well I'm an Xbox player. So guys, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see. if I made a great mistake, if I don't made a mistake, or if is the better or the best choice for this ship.
Battle starts.
Roger.
Okay, so the key of this battle is very simple. Who have the alpha point can win without any problem. My mission is simple. Let's see. Iowa, Vanguard, Nelson, Sinop, Ochakov, Helena, Indianapolis, Le Terrible, and Akatsuki. These are my enemies.
I need intelligence data.
Don't go, bro, Belfast. Don't go in that area.
Roger. Get back.
Guys, all our enemies,
Airborne.
they will be into the Charlie point. So let's hunt the destroyers and let's destroy the Sinop. And definitely the tier 7 battleships, because we have a lot. Not very much, but we have. So Iowa. Oh, the problem, Iowa, so
Returning to ship.
I destroyed the Helena.
Enemy cruiser sunk. Off to a great start.
And exactly what I told you, Akatsuki
Concentrate fire on the
wants to be hit and destroy, why not? I maintain the pressure on the Sinop. I hit the Sinop again. And look, Vanguard is here.
all stations. Concentrate fire on the target.
Indianapolis here.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
And the Charkov here.
I need intelligence data.
Okay, I'll give you. Shoot this.
Concentrate fire on the target.
one citadel to Ochakov. But this is not a problem. We will lose Bravo Point and Iowa is coming from your left side. From this reason you are in fire now. Because Indianapolis shot you and Ochakov same thing. It was lucky. Our Helena. Let's see with our Ochakov if we are so lucky. But in the end, it was a good game. Take care, Iowa.
Requesting support.
Good game. And guys, look, congratulations. I reached a new milestone, which means if I took it the ship from first day, I fight like anyone who don't have the ship, and I make my weekly boost and weekly havoc. Why not? And I finished the 4 endurance trials. You will see my position very soon. Look, I'm position 6. So here, and with a medal because I destroyed their Helena. And like you saw, I gave a little impulse to the other team. I made 369 silver. So this is Suzuya. So let's wait the ship to come into the port, and definitely another battle. Well, gentlemen, like I say every time, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see. Crash zone domination. Nice, interesting. This time, because I made some battle with the ship, but every time was victory. I made a good job in the end. Only this time was a bad luck. Let's see what is happening now. Let's hope I'm not gonna be against the we have Shimakaze,
Action stations.
so Beast So must avoid Hiroshima, and why not to shoot all the time from distance, like I said from the beginning. We have Shimakaze 2. My duty is to spot
Fighter airborne.
them. Gentlemen, the idea here is very simple. All the time, don't jump to the Charlie point. If you can, push into the Alpha on Bravo point, and you will see what is happening. For sure, it will be victory, because all the time the enemy, because it's psychological, the enemy coming the bloody also Russian ship trying to sonar, and all the time I want to take
I need intelligence data.
normally I'm spotting. I don't know.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
Signal on. Oh. Hello, I was really quiet. That's what I said.
All stations, concentrate fire on the fighter returning to ship. Get back!
Tell Hiroshima to get back. Still exists. That's
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target. Fighter airborne.
Yamato is done, very good. Exactly what I told you about the Charlie point. Mine is my speed. I see very well exactly what they said. Wow. Very nasty situation. Let's try and find a Shimokan. Look, it's here.
Attention, reporting the target position.
Spot for the guy. That's what it was all saying that when you see what is happening.
Concentrate fire on the designated reporting the position of a strategic target.
Personal related
Affirmative.
It's not something personal, only business, but I love the Shimokan.
Concentrate fire on the designated target. Nice work. Fighter returning to ship. Fighter airborne.
Definitely must be something.
Fighter returning to ship. All stations. Protect the center target.
Definitely he lose a lot of money. He don't stay too big. What? And he very much be alert a little bit. No, what is it about? I made my decision and I want to stay there. Guys, this is my cruiser, and that's what I told you. Is a ship. All you have to do is to know to fight with him. Look, I have 73,176. I am not in the best position, but like I said in my last video, doesn't matter your position, matter very hard your strategy, how to survive, how to hit, and why not how to have a good victory. So guys, look, like I said, I'm at Endurance Trials 5 and I fight like everybody who don't have the ship Suzuya if I buy it from the first thing. So guys, after my opinion, this is the best build of this ship. Guys, I will show you in the next review another build of my all aircraft carriers, because I have all the aircraft carriers, but much important that this is how I build the aircraft carriers. I will show you now only the tier 5 UU, and why not the tier Japanese 7, because I'm here. Shokaku was, if you want, look is black, because if you want look everywhere, and in the history all Japanese aircraft carriers was black. So guys, until that time, this is my Suzuya, and believe me, I'm very interesting to share with you all my knowledges about every ship. Thank you very much. See you soon, and thank you for everything. Have a good day. Bye bye. See you soon.